Hey guys, well, we're gonna unlock another 5th weapon, so the next 5th weapon that we're gonna get is Jiang Wei's. He also got 9 votes, so we're gonna go and play in original mode to get the 5th weapon. We're gonna go to the Battle of Ling. We're gonna play under Shu's forces, and obviously, well, you know the rest. Plays Jiang Wei. And there you go, let's do it. Okay. So, for anyone that has read my comment, that means you know that I actually have attempted this 5th weapon and unlocked it. The reason for it was, well, if you didn't read it, for anyone that hasn't, well, the reason for it is because, well, I looked online to try to figure out how to unlock it, and I found 2 different sites with 2 completely different requirements. So, in a way, I had to because I don't want to waste, a half hour to 40 minutes of my time going for a particular 5th weapon, trying to get the easy way out. And meanwhile, you can't really, you won't get it. Just like the same thing with Fushi's 5th weapon. I tried to find a loophole around it, and well, it didn't work out for me. So, in a way, to an extent, maybe doing them blind, well, some of them blind, was a bad idea. But, in a way, I'm glad I did because it makes things, it makes things a little exciting. But, yeah, anyway, with all that said and done, we know the intro, we know the conditions, the equipment, the weapon, we have the 4th weapon, so we're going to use it. I mean, hey, no defense. That is going to suck a lot. So, I will be using the Tortoise Amulet, I will be using the Elixir, the red hair, the Wei Musou, and the Musou armor. So, there you go. Bodyguards. Well, I did say I will be using Wu's bodyguards for this 5th weapon and the next 7 after this one. So, yeah. Let me make sure I have what I need. There you go. Yes, I know the points aren't at max, but I have all 8 and they're at guards, so... And I did say if I don't have them at max, I promise you that I will have all 8. And I do have all 8, so now get to see all of Wu's bodyguards in action. Then after that, down to our last 8, we'll go with Wei, since I just did it in order and counterclockwise. Well, every time I did it left, so Shu, Royals, now Wu. Anyway, with all that said and done, let's do it. And I will explain both 5th weapon requirements that I read, but just go with the one that I'm gonna do, and I'll tell you which one when we get there.
All units, forward! We will wipe out the whole Sun clan of Wu.
Okay, so I'm gonna try something a little bit different for my run. And also, if you want to know the 5th weapon requirements, well, the ones that I read, the first one that I read, which is I'm not going for it for this one. It's basically you have to defeat every general and every officer. Basically, defeat everybody except for Sun Quan. And it took me an hour to do in game time, and I died after defeating Zhu Huan, which was the very last one. I decided not to go for it again because I realized that the second one, which is the one I'm going to be doing, is much faster than this one. Well, I just took a wild guess, and fortunately for me, I was actually right for a change, because I'm usually wrong. And, yeah, so this is the one I'm going to do, and I would strongly recommend going for this one because, like I said, the first one, I'm not so sure if that's even right. If it is right, then, yeah, you let me know. But I may try it again. I don't know. If I don't, then if anyone wants to, then more power to you. I'll try my best to do it, but knowing my luck, it probably won't happen. Anyway, what I'm gonna do for this 5th weapon, you have to trigger the fire attack. Yes, and that's gonna suck, but we'll make do. After that, make sure an enemy goes near the maze where Liu Bei's ambush units will appear. Once they appear, well, after that, we'll defeat Zhu Huan. And, he's under Sun Quan's forces. So, fire attack, ambush units in the maze, and then defeat Zhu Huan. Plain and simple. And make it easier to defeat every single general in sight.
Can't hold them.
You know, just skip the officers. Just go straight for the generals. And I'm gonna go for Cheng Pu first. I usually go for Lu Meng first.
Can't go on like this.
But I'm not. I'm gonna go for Cheng Pu first.
They look strong. Take heart. They're strong.
Alright, enough with the shielding. Enough with the shielding. Of course, when I do it, he does it. Well, now he's gonna pay. Like I said, quit shielding it up. Yeah, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not trying to do an intentional charge attack. I mean, if I have to, I will, but you know, for that one particular charge attack, I will miss. There we go. Cheng Pu's down.
I defeated an officer.
Hopefully this way will make things a little bit easier, and I'm not letting a little sergeant knock me off my horse and kill me.
We're in trouble if things keep going like this.
Alright, so Cheng Pu's down. Now we're gonna go for Sun Shangxiang. And Sun Shangxiang is right by Huang Zhang, which is great.
This formation. Master Zhuge Liang must be there. However, there can be no mercy. Send a message to Zhu Huan's unit. We will burn the Shu army as planned.
So the first thing that we gotta do for the 5th weapon is nearly here. You just need to make sure you don't defeat Zhu Huan.
Don't underestimate me because I'm a woman.
You can defeat him after the fire attack, be my guest. But I would strongly recommend... I strongly recommend not to. Alright. Let's not get teamed up, because that's the part that sucks. For the fact that Huang Zhang's here, that's one thing, but he's not going to do much. And I'm going to get into a... Oh, I thought that was a Musou attack. Whew.
Is this the end?
That's a Musou attack, and I can't afford another big hit like that. Like I said, I can't afford another big hit like that. And I can't afford cheap shots either, because that was a cheap shot. Well, it's been a while since I heard this. I mean, yes, I attempted the 5th weapon, but prior to that, yeah. I mean, in the Musou modes, I didn't allow this to happen, for obvious reasons. But in a way, even if you do, I mean,
Is this the end?
I don't think the fire attack would have mattered, because everyone's morale is pretty much at max. There we go. Better get up. And I missed horribly. Thank God it's just me and her, and I'm gonna jinx it, watch. Yeah, let's not allow that to happen. Let's just let her, you know, there we go.
I do not want to die. Oh, not yet.
I defeated an officer.
There we go. Yeah, she just seems way too fast for me to try anything stupid like that. So, there we go. Alright, so all we have left is Lu Meng, Lu Xun, and Gan Ning. And, we'll just go for Lu Meng first. I mean, we can defeat Zhu Huan if we wanted to. You know what?
I have nothing against you, but this is war.
Alright, let's try not to do anything stupid. Like I said, let's not do anything stupid.
Join our ally.
Wow, there's too many officers for my liking over here. So hopefully we make one...
Do you think you can evade my swords?
Really? I'm not gonna get a break, am I? Wow. Wow. So many freaking Archer packs. Maybe we should just go for Lu Xun. Holy shit. Now, but seriously though, with the fire attack, playing on very hard mode, I don't think it would have been that much of a difference because, as you saw, I lost 2 generals right off the bat before the fire attack even happened. Okay. Oh, yikes. You gotta be fucking kidding me! Maybe I should have added the wind scroll instead. I just hate when they get health back like that. It's the worst thing in the world. It's like a punch in the gut because all the hard work that you tried to have them near dead and they get pretty much 90% of it, if not all of the health back, then it sucks.
Please, be careful.
I knew that was gonna happen. Goodbye.
I defeated an officer.
Alright, Lu Xun's down. Now, Gan Ning. Okay, I'm like, what is going on? What is Han Dong? I mean, yeah. Because we're right there. Okay.
I'm too young to die.
Alright, there's my horse. Fortunately. And then we're gonna go for Lu Meng next. And we'll save Gan Ning for last. I think Lu Xun is the big deal there. And Zhuge Liang has arrived. Also, if you allow the fire attack to happen, Zhuge Liang will appear. However, if you prevent the fire attack, he'll never show up. So, just a little fact for you. Alright, and now we're gonna go for Lu Meng. Yeah, take the hit. Something's over there, and I want it. Just arrows. There we go. Now I go a little fancy. Alright, Lu Meng's down. Let's try to find a God Captain in here.
My lord, I must leave you now. Long live Wu.
Because all that's left is Gan Ning. Oh, I see a God Captain. Now I just gotta find it again and kill it. He's on the left side. I think he was that one that was running away. That's him right there. He has to be. Yep. Alright, now where's God... You know what? My horse should be over here. Yep. We're gonna attack Gan Ning going through the maze. Plus, I don't know if... Actually, I have. Numerous times. Okay. But for anyone that is curious to know, when you go inside the maze playing under Shu's forces, yes, the music will stop playing, but the map will appear. If you're playing under Shu's forces. If you play under Wu's forces, then well, yeah, you will not see the map. But all you have to do, really, if you enter it, is hug a left. For me going in there, it's pretty much hug a right until I hit a certain point. And yeah. So once we go in, as you see here, the music just... Yeah, the music stopped, and the map is still there. So, I guess that's a good thing. I mean, the troops get really lost here, but let's see what happens. Like I said, all we have to do now is face Gan Ning, and I'll face him from the maze. That way we actually have troops of, well, our troops around. That way it won't be just me. And plus there is a couple of health, well, meat buns in here, so that helped too. Oh man, now I have to play a little bit smart because Gan Ning has a brutal Musou attack, especially when he has his fourth weapon equipped, and his Musou Charge is incredibly high. I mean, we won't have to worry about, you know, any of the troops that are in here, except for Sun Quan's. And Sun Quan isn't really that much. Is that God Captain really going to shoot it up like that? And just to my curiosity, how many... 7. Okay, I only lost 1. Why does it seem like I lost more? Alright, so far so good. I mean, like I said, the only troops you have to really worry about in here are Gan Ning's. Because he's the only one that has morale, obviously. But at the same time, I've seen stupid stuff happen where a general got obliterated by his scattered troops. So, I can't really say that.
Boy, are you unlucky, running into me like this.
Alright, just be really careful when you face Gan Ning, because, like I said before, his Musou Charge is incredibly high, and he has a brutal Musou attack So, like I said, just be really careful. I mean, it doesn't matter who kills him, just make sure he's dead. That way, you won't have any problems after this. Yeah, let's try to volleyball him. If that's possible. I was expecting that to happen, and I kind of messed up on that. Now I gotta be really careful, because he could kill me with this much health. So I'm not chancing it. Goodbye. Yeah, I was waiting for him to do some type of weird move.
I really messed up today.
They are outdoing us. Fight harder.
Yeah, if he does that combo charge where he breaks my shield, like you saw there, look the fuck out, because he will use a Musou attack right after. If not, then you're really lucky. Alright, so now, without getting halted by my bodyguards, we're gonna try to go around everybody else and then go for Zhu Huan, because that's the only person that's left prior to Sun Quan.
All units, forward.
And now Liu Bei will start the move. And like I said, with the Musou armor, the only thing you really need to worry about with the Musou armor, if you get knocked off your horse, is if troops knock you off your horse. And that's it. Let me see. Liu Bei's morale. He is at 5. Sun Quan is obviously at 8. But we should be fine. And I know I'm saying it like nothing's wrong. Meanwhile, when I go for it, I freak out. I mean, there's some frustration. There will always be frustration in, you know, certain situations. For me, for the fact that I really never played very hard mode as much, obviously there's going to be some frustration. Alright, now Zhu Huan. Well, we have to find him first. Is that him sporadically around like that? Yeah, that's him. Well, I could always defeat the guard captain and go from there, because he has health. And I might just secure one of the gates, because yeah, we can't afford the archer units. I mean, unless I'm hallucinating, it seems like every time troops come out of the gates, it's archers that come out. God, it's been forever since I ever heard that music playing on the Shu's forces. And of course, Zhu Huan decides to follow me. Yeah, you see those arrows that are being launched at? They're trying to kill me, because there's no one else here. And due to the, you know, so many, for the fact that there's so many troops on one screen, you saw that made it a little bit tougher for me to actually identify, well, find the gate captain. What was that? Alright, now Zhu Huan. one hit should be, you know, it shouldn't be a problem with one hit.
I defeated an officer.
Boom. Now, I hope to God that the horse is on here, well, on the boat, because if not, then I just have to go back and grab it. I mean, I could have just looked back, but, You know, beggars can't be choosers. Well, it's up there. But fortunately for me, like I said before, if archers do knock me off, well, try to knock me off, as you see there, they won't fully knock me off because of the Musou armor. Yeah, I personally find that great. That also is equivalent to a golden harness, and that's a wonderful thing because that pretty much changed my entire gameplay with the Musou armor. Well, it changed it drastically. So, anyway, I don't think I... did I? Let's see here. I probably did. Yeah, I did. Let's go over here then and grab the health. Then we'll go and get the weapon. Then we'll go secure the other gate. Then defeat Sun Xuan. Because Sun Xuan is actually pretty easy after that. I don't know why. For some reason, Sun Xuan is so much easier facing him if you allow the fire attack. And we don't allow the fire attack, he's a little bit harder. But like I said, that's just me. And my bodyguards has to stop that. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it, but red hair pretty much... you know what? Never mind. I'm not even complaining about it. I'm having a good run so far, so... I don't want to jinx it. Because every time I hope that something doesn't happen, it winds up happening. Anyway, let me just make sure I know exactly where the weapon is. And it's right here. There we go. 5th weapon obtained. Well, kind of. All we really need to do now is defeat Sun Xuan, because if we die here, then it won't count. And as I said before on a previous video, I forgot which one. If you're going for 5th weapons, I would strongly recommend you saving as soon as you grab it. That way, if you die, then you could always go back to where you came from. Alright, so here's the 2nd gate captain. And then after that, we'll go for Sun Xuan. Well, it looks like Sun Xuan moved a little bit, unless I'm just losing my mind. I think I'm just losing my mind. Alright. It'll make things a little bit easier. Defeating everybody, so might as well. Let's just make sure we defeat every crossbow in sight. Alright, you need to go. Wow, it seems like a lot of them are shielding it up. And that's something I'm not liking. I mean, it's bad when you... I mean, when you face, you know, an officer or general and they're shielding, that's bad. But if you see them blocking a Musou attack, and what I mean they, as in pretty much troops, then there's a serious problem. I was doing a couple of Musou attacks on my run, and I saw a private shielding it up. And at that point,
I didn't know you were this good of a warrior.
once I saw that, I was ready to face palm, because I was like, oh, really? Why? I mean, they're the lowest rank in this game, and you see them shooting it up on multiple attacks or Musou attacks. I'm like, oh, come on. I guess that's why they have it on very hard mode for. And those crossbows gotta go too. I know there is a full thing of health over here, so I'll grab that before facing Zhu Huan. You little rat. Alright, let's not do anything stupid. So, actually, I think I grabbed the full thing of health. No, it's right here. Okay, good. Alright, now Zhu Huan. I could always snipe him out like it did in Zhuge Liang's Musou mode. That was actually kind of fun. But, we'll face him head on.
I shall show you that I can fight like my father and brother.
Yeah, it seems like his Musou attack is a little bit weaker than normal for some reason. But I faced him on very hard mode. Just charging in, and it was... I don't know. He just seems a little bit easier than normal. Unless he gets health back like that. Well, thank God troops came along. Who is that, by the way? I'm assuming that's Ma Liang. Yeah, that's Ma Liang. Because that's the only generic officer, well, strategist, non-playable officer there. Anyway, Zhu Huan's almost down.
Brother, for the glory of our family.
And that's a win. Alright. So, we got it done. And I think we got it done under a half hour. Let's see. 26 minutes and 21 seconds. Alright. I mean, my video is saying 35 and change right now. 35:10, but that's just because I paused a little bit and, you know, the before I actually synced everything properly. Well, anyway, enough of that. We have the Starlight Pike. That's the 5th weapon, and it has no element, Musou Max at 79, attack of 21, defense of 58, which is something that we kind of needed. But, you know, it's fine. and Musou Charge to 20, which is something that we could have used as well. But like I said, we made do, and we got the 5th weapon. And it also has the Defender, which basically means if you're near red or near dead and you're on the ground, very likely your chances, well, it doubles your defense basically. I tried it out. It took me a while. I guess you have to be on the ground before that to actually happen, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, obviously when I record the game footage, I'm not going to start right there. I mean, there will be a few seconds before I actually start, but that's what I meant. So it's not even like 10 seconds before I actually start, so enough of the random ramble. Let's just continue. Wow, I got 30 combo points that time. Okay. And I got no growth points, and I got the class all the way up to 13. So yeah, alright, we'll save, and I think that's number 26 now. Yeah, so anyway, there you have it. You've been watching my gaming adventures, and I'll see you for the next part, which will be the final 5th weapon for this particular tiebreaker of 9 votes each. So we had Ushi's, Jiang Wei's, and now the next one. And the next one, I will say as well, even though I said it in the comments last time, this time around, it is somebody's that somebody has mentioned to me before. Actually, it was pretty recent, where someone has mentioned about this particular character. So, yeah. Anyway, peace.